Hey guys, welcome back to Super Paper Mario. Last time we explored Flipside and Flopside for the last time and made our final preparations to storm Castle Bleck. This time, we'll be going through the last door and getting started on, well, the last two levels of the game. Now you may be wondering why the regular Flopside theme is playing instead of Soft Light, which is great. I went back and saved in between recordings in order to, well, save my progress. And I thought Soft Light would still be playing when I got back, but no, it wasn't. So with much less dramatic music, let's get started on the last levels. Mario, Princess Peach, Bowser, Luigi. Be strong. And you too, Tippy. After finding every pure heart, the band of heroes set off for Castle Bleck. The stakes were high as the ominous void grew larger and the end drew near. Could Mario and friends stave off the inevitable and overturn the prophecy? What strange twist of fate awaited Tippy and Count Bleck? These thoughts plagued the minds of our heroes as the curtain rose on the final act. Chapter 8, Level 1. The Impending Darkness. So here we are at last, Count Bleck's castle. So Blumiere is here. Never mind. We better get going. Yeah. Starting off, listen to this music. This is one of my favorite songs in the game, and before I go any further about it, we have some new enemies here. That's the Koopa Patrol, a merciless minion wrapped in spikes and armor. Max HP is 15, attack is 3, and defense is 4. You better not try to stomp on it. Koopa Patrols tend to rush in and tackle, so watch out. Only the toughest Koopas are selected to join the elite Koopa Patrol Guard. They have to sharpen those spikes every day, that's what it takes to be the best. They're basically spike Koopas that can charge at you. Jumping on them with carry will cause them to go into their shells, and you can then kick them at other enemies. We also saw Boomerang Bros, and those mage enemies I was fighting were called Blue Magiblots. I'll tattle on them if I get the chance, but I'm not sure when that will be. You might be noticing this area looks familiar. This is where Peach ended up at the end of her segment after Chapter 1. But like I was saying, I have to say this is one of my favorite final areas in the Mario franchise. I love the way it's designed. You have this really minimalist medieval-looking castle, all these cathedral windows. I like the black background with the white lines instead of the usual black lines in the colorful backgrounds. It really looks like it's at the center of this soulless, colorless void. This is a boomerang, bro. These Koopas love to throw their boomerangs. The max HP is a 10 attack, is 3 defense 1, tough foe indeed. They're pretty easy to take out, just, you can use Boomer as I was doing in that segment, or, well, Carry just makes a joke of most enemies. Actually, you know what? We haven't used Barry a lot. How about we use him? He can be pretty useful for these guys, too. Just, get close enough to them, and press 1. Okay, I'm doing much worse than I should be right now. He's taken care of. Just screw it. Let's just go back to Carry. She's a lot more useful than the other ones. And what I really like about the Castle Bleck music is, well, first of all, I like how it has a sort of like BitTune NES feel to it, where it sounds like something that come out from like an old school RPG or maybe like Zelda 1. This is a Mr. Eye. These bizarre foes can't help but give you the evil eye. Basically what we have to do is flip into 3D and run around them in a circle. They're basically the same as they have been in all the other Mario games. This enemy is basically just a stronger one. That's a red eye. They glare at anyone that walks by. They're basically just more powerful Mr. Eyes. They can do 4 damage instead of 2. Once again, they're pretty easy to take care of. I was about to take damage from the 3 meter, but then I took 2 damage instead. So I guess it wasn't really worth it. And okay, why are you not dying? I went in a circle around you, so please just die already. Okay, you're looking at me. Good. There we go, finally he died. Anyway, you want to go up this way, and you'll remember that this is where Peach woke up, so we're basically just retreading old ground right here, which is a really neat detail. But, what we want to do is use Luigi to get up to these ledges, because there's stuff hidden on them. Over here to the left is a stopwatch, which we don't really need. And we also have a long last shake, which, once again, we also don't really need. And for the heck of it, I'll just use it right now, since I did much worse on the enemy segment than I should have. And I don't want to waste any of our really useful healing items right now. If I'm not mistaken, we also won't have to deal with a whole bunch of enemies for a bit, so I think it's safe to use it now. Now what we want to do here is switch to Peach and use her to float over this way. Okay, if I'm not mistaken... Okay. I could have sworn there was something there, but apparently I was wrong, so what we want to do is go down this pipe. And we're just going to be in this really low hallway. Oh, here we go. Here are the blue magic blots and some new enemies. That's a Super Striker. They're basically... their max HP is 16, attack is 5. They're stronger versions of the Koopa Strikers and the Koopa Strikers we saw back in the Bitlands. Once again, they're mainly just going to be kicking their shells into each other. If I kind of want to... Okay, there's a Magiblot. That's a blue Magiblot. These Mad Mages live in the space between dimensions. Max HP is 25, attack is 4. They only appear long enough to hurl spells at you. So they have a lot of HP, and there are going to be other versions of Magiblots we'll be fighting later on that have their other sets boosted. But the blue Magiblots have very high HP, so that's what you want to remember. We gotta level up by hitting 2 shells together. I mean, not complaining, but a very unconventional way to do it. And we get a key to a door in Castle Bleck. So, this is actually a required area, not just an optional area that's showing off. So now that we have that, let's get back to the main area. Another detail I really like is the tremors shaking the castle. It really... And going back... Actually, that's something I want to talk about. My favorite part of the Castle Bleck music is the clock ticking in the background. Not only is it already reminiscent of the memory song that plays in the scenes where Lumiere is reminiscing about Tiffany, but it also really drives home the fact that time is running out, and we have to hurry to Count Bleck as soon as we can to stop all worlds from meeting their end. And, well, the fact that, well, the castle itself is shaking too is, well, just a reminder of, well, the impending destruction. This is a Dull Bones. It's basically just stronger Dry Bones. Max HP is 15, attack is 4. They're not too fun to fire though, so let's use Bowser to take care of them. Like in pretty much any last area in RPG, the last area, well, that was very poorly worded, but have we seen this kind of curse here before? We probably have. Oh yeah, it just makes you heavier. But as I was saying, like most last areas in RPGs, this Castle Bleck has a lot of enemies that are just recolored versions of enemies you've seen before, so nothing too exciting. We have a lot more Magic Koopas than we were seeing earlier, but Bowser can tear through them pretty quickly. We have a catch card, which I guess could be useful, but I don't really see a need to use it anywhere coming up. But I thought we had another level up for a second. I was like, well, that was quick. But we get another free item. Okay, we have a POW block. Not terribly useful, but I could see it being useful in some situations. We have another recolored enemy. That's a Gaw boss. Speed's even meaner than a Raw boss. HP is 20, attack is 4. Once again, Bowser just takes care of them immediately, as does Fleep. So how about we use him and just breathe fire on his ass. Come on, flip around, be a good Gobbus, and I didn't mean to stun the other one. Can you please just flip around so your tail is facing me? Thank you. Let's burn him too. I want to switch to carry real quick because, like I was saying, the carry Bowser strategy is good. Never mind, let's flip back to Fleep and take care of this guy. Alright, be a good little toy wind-up dinosaur thingy and just show me your glowing tail so I can breathe fire on it. There we go. Can I press the 1 and 2 buttons at the same time? Thank you. Anyway, with that, we're at the end of the second hallway, and I don't think there's that much left in this level. Apparently I was wrong about that. Now, I really like these guys' animations. It always looked really derpy to me how far they lean back. This is a Fire Bro. They basically just spit fire at you. Max HP is 10, attack is 3, defense is 1. The fireballs bounce on the ground, so that can be a little hard to dodge if you're not careful. And we have some blue Magic Blocks here. Once again, the best way to take care of these guys is to flip in 3D and go past them, and then use Boomer on them, or something. I just had like one of those things where like it wasn't exactly a hiccup, but it kind of was, kind of wasn't. I've never been able to explain them really well, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Or maybe I'm the only person in the world who has them, I'm just going crazy. Anyway, we have these sconces on the walls. As you can see, the second, third, and fifth ones are lit, and the first and fourth ones aren't, so we're going to want to remember that. And I thought that Blast of Magic was another one of the Magic Blocks for a second, so that's why I jumped on it before I realized, well, it wasn't. But, okay, that was a little awkward. Gonna flip into 3D and try to jump on these guys again. Got some more Koopa Trolls up there, so let's, actually, yeah, let's just kick them for the 3 points. Once again, we don't really need to fight all the enemies in here, I just want to get as many points as possible. But I could have sworn I kicked that guy, but apparently I was wrong about that. And now you really need to stop sucking so badly. But we get fully healed up right here, so I think you know what's coming up. And we also have a save block too. So, as we saw earlier, the second, third, and fifth sconces were lit up. I believe Chippy actually has a unique cat on them. I think Bowser's Flames could, yeah. I wonder if she said something unique about the ones in the last room, but I don't really want to go back and check just yet. And I really like the way the staircase looks. Just how it, like, materializes out of the darkness. Like I said, I find the minimalist design of Castle Bleck really cool looking. And, I also like how there's just these huge, massive stairs that seem like, well, monolithic almost. I wonder if there's anything back here. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything inside these stairs. But do we... okay, that actually looked pretty cool right there, the way we were moving through the stairs. I thought you could, like, jump up through the lines, and that would have looked sick. But unfortunately, we can't do that. I don't know how we jumped that far. But let's go through the door at the top of the staircase, and... oh boy, I bet a boss fight isn't coming up. Horrible day! Slap me down with a slab of mutton, I never would have thought you'd make it here. I'll tell you this though, you shouldn't have been such a fucking me rumpus. Now I have to hit you with the full force of me chunks. That's big talk when the chump gets stomped again, and again. How dare ye! You heard me, you're going down, chunky boy. What? How about proving it then? Right here, ye and me, wrestling match of the ages. Bring it, Beardo. I'll take you on alone. I got all the sweet stomping you need right here. Bowser, are you sure about this? Blah! Don't you worry. I've had egg salad sandwiches chunkier than this. That's one of my favorite lines in the game. You just step back and watch how a totally awesome tyrant gets business done. I'm gonna hurl you with the force of a massive airy comet, you great crybaby. Junk up! Bet you weren't expecting that, were ye? Where's your flapping mouth now, eh? It's time for an old-fashioned no-olds-barred Rumble! Starting off our last fight against O'Chunks. He's even bigger and stronger now. How is that even possible? Max HP is 100, attack is 4. He can outperform aerial attacks. You see him in the air, just take evasive action. So, we are only allowed to use Bowser in this fight. He has his typical attacks of charging at you and throwing you. He can also jump in the air and stomp on you. He once again can lift sections of the floor. Come on, can you demonstrate any other things you can do? Once again, he isn't too bad if you use... Well, we are required to use Bowser for this. Just keep on breathing flames on him and stomping with carry. And since he is bigger, that does give you more room to do so. So, yeah, overall, he really isn't as hard. But when has he ever been? And there we go, he's down. Erg! How could you be chunkier than I? You're not but a bloomin' turtle. How can I go on living with the shame of it all? Hey, Bowser, let me keep me dignity as me game ends. Finish me quick. Hey, there's no shame being smacked down by a huge studly boss. What's that shaking? Warg! Erg! Oh, Chunks, you saved us? What are you waiting for? Get out of this place! But why'd you save us? Because you spanked me, eh? You earned the right to pass. Now I'm making sure you do just that. Erg! You got more chunks in your head than I thought. Bowser, what are you doing? Hey, super stupid bros, get the princess in the next room now. But... I said go! But, alright, Bowser. You get out of here, too. Don't worry about me. I could hold this thing up all day. Hey, you stole me line. Your hands are quivering like a ladle of me mum's lard gravy. Don't be the tough guy. Go! I am a tough guy. You get out. No, ye get out. No, you. Erg! Bowser? The door. It won't budge. Oh no. Oh dear. We don't have time. We must keep going. Are you sure, Princess? I'm not worried about Bowser. He isn't easy to get rid of. Oh boy, she's right about that. Bowser has survived worse. Alright, let's move on to Count Bleck. And so, Bowser has been lost to the darkness of Castle Bleck, as well as Ochunks. I have to say, that moment right there when Ochunks decided to save the party is really what solidified my like for him as a character. I thought he was really funny at first, but I really like the development they did with him in that scene. And it just drives home the fact just how much I love these villains and how memorable they are. But if the shaking's any indication, we don't have any time to stay back or reminisce. We have to keep on moving. Next time on Super Paper Mario, we go further into Castle Bleck and hopefully reach Count Bleck in time. See you guys next time.